Hello, friends. Today we'll be talking about Blizzard, a fallen titan of the video game industry, joining the ranks of Bethesda and whatever that studio that made Anthem, BioWare. Yeah. Bethesda, BioWare, Blizzard, all once revered companies that have let us, the gamers, down significantly in the last several years. And I want to talk about them because they just had their BlizzCon line. It's like BlizzCon, but online. I found myself getting sort of excited by some of their announcements. They talked about, Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 Remastered or Resurrected, something like that. But then I stopped myself and I said, wait a second. These are those guys that weren't they so yes, whether you know the story of the last few years of Blizzard or not, I think it's important to remind everyone what's going on with this company, but also to look at it through a lens of like people work there. And these are passionate people, and they are creative types who are just trying to make a living doing the things that they love. And then there are the corporate suits who are mostly responsible for the ruination of a lot of goodwill for this company. So let's start off with the infamous "you think you do but you don't" answer about potentially a World of Warcraft classic, something like that.
Have you ever thought about adding servers for previous expansions as they were then?
No. And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't. Remember when you had to like spam cities and say, need a tank, need a tank, need a tank during the Burning Crusade days? You don't remember that because now you just push a button that says go to the dungeon. You don't want to do that.
Well, would you look at this? 2017, not a year later, actually a year later. Oh, what's this? A vanilla server is coming to World of Warcraft. Huh. World of Warcraft Classic. We want to reproduce the game experience that we all enjoyed from the original Classic WoW, said executive producer J. Allen Brack. The same guy in the video that said, you think you want that, but you don't. So overall, this BlizzCon 2017 was like super duper. That World of Warcraft Classic was the biggest announcement. Otherwise, it's just like, hey, StarCraft is going free to play, and here's some more Heroes of the Storm stuff. Cool. All right. Pretty boring. Pretty bad year. Now, to be fair, 2016 they had launched Overwatch, and it was still like the new hotness. They were coming out with new seasonal events and stuff like that. And the next year was even worse, despite having more new game announcements. We got classic cringe moments such as this.
The lead game designer, Wyatt Chang.
Hello, BlizzCon! BlizzCon, we love Diablo. We love the way Diablo has brought millions of players around the world together to slay demons. Our modern world is an increasingly connected one. Our mobile devices keep us closer than ever to our friends, family, and loved ones. So,
hold up. Did he just say mobile? I'm sure he's just. I'm sure it's nothing. Let's Okay, here comes the big announcement for the next Diablo game. Okay.
So we knew we want to use mobile devices as the platform for a new Diablo game. Because nothing brings a family together like slaying demons.
Bloody no!
But we want to do it in a way that's true to Blizzard, putting gameplay first. We want to do it in a way that feels right for Diablo. Authentic Diablo gameplay at your fingertips. We have new stories to tell, new skills for you to master. If you want to know more, we'll be back here on the Mythic stage in just a few minutes. For those of you who are here at Blizzcon, thank you. We are going to have...
no.
Sorry.
No.
We welcome you here to Blizzcon, and there has never been a better time to be part of this incredible Blizzard community.
Oh, no.
We have a demo of Diablo Immortal playable here on the show floor in Hall D. And for those of you watching at home, visit DiabloImmortal.com for more information about Diablo Immortal. There has never been a better time to explore everything that Blizzard has to offer here at BlizzCon and alongside the rest of this incredible Blizzard community. As you wander the show floor, take time to say hi to those of us here at BlizzCon. Everybody at BlizzCon wearing the blue crew shirts at Blizzard would love to say hello. Have fun, make friends, and have an epic BlizzCon. Thank you.
Okay, so that was not painful at all. So tone deaf. Although I kind of feel bad for the guy. I mean, he was just the messenger. I just have to imagine that he knew that was going to happen.
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have
Everyone's got a
phones,
phone.
right?
You can play your tablet too.
Yes, it's also on the Switch, you're right.
So here are all the actual announcements from BlizzCon 2018. We've got Warcraft 3 is getting remastered. Ooh, I hope that turns out well. I guess we'll find out. A new Overwatch hero. New Diablo Immortal game on mobile. Hearthstone expansion. And more WoW Classic news. It's coming out that summer. Okay. So a Warcraft 3 remaster that destroys the game and I believe makes it so that you can't actually play OG Warcraft 3 anymore, and a mobile Diablo game. Okay, we're doing awesome. We're doing really good. Blizzard's just knocking it out of the park. Now here we have an article from, I believe, Jason Schreier, reporting, with Activision's influence growing, Blizzard is cutting costs. So we finally get a bit of clarity on what's going on. It's not good news. Blizzard has spent the year taking big measures to cut costs as it prepares for a lean 2019. Those measures, as conveyed by people who work or have worked for the iconic studio, include employee buyouts in which workers are offered money to leave, a broadening of the finance department, and the limitation of budgets for any team at the company that isn't directly making video games. Over the course of the last year, Blizzard has been trying very actively to find creative ways to cut costs that won't draw negative press attention, said a former employee. Last month, a Kotaku investigation revealed that Blizzard staff have been told to reduce expenses while at the same time produce more games. There are likely several reasons for this shift in priorities, including a lack of consistent output, a weak year for Activision Blizzard overall, and Activision's increasing influence on Blizzard, which has traditionally been an autonomous company but has been overseen by Activision CEO Bobby Kotick since the two companies merged in 2008. We're piecing the puzzle together here. The publisher, the corporate overlords of Blizzard and Activision, they're essentially the same company, but Activision is kind of over Blizzard in a way. But either way, the suits at the companies are trying to figure out ways to increase profits. Which brings us to the next major story on the timeline. Taiwanese Hearthstone caster fired after Hong Kong controversy, says he still doesn't know why. This weekend, Hearthstone pro Blitzchung created an ongoing international incident when he celebrated his victory at the Asia Pacific Hearthstone Grandmasters tournament by calling for Hong Kong's liberation from China during a post-match interview. A day later, Blizzard took severe action against Chung, seizing his prize winnings and banning him from competing in official tournaments for 1 year. But two of the unexpected victims of Chung's controversial statements are Virtual and Mr. Yi, the Taiwanese commentators who were hosting the tournament and on camera when Chung made his remarks. Both were fired, and after speaking with Virtual, they still don't know why. Quote, "I just want to know all the details of this judgment, and they will tell me in 24 hours. Virtual, who requested I not use his real name, told me. I believe they ended up reverting these decisions and said sorry, and Blitzchung, I think, still plays Hearthstone, or at the very least, he continued playing Hearthstone after all this happened. I mean, it's his livelihood. Like that's like how he makes money. It's hard to blame the guy if you can continue to make money. It's obviously like a game that he enjoys and that he can make money off of. So why not continue to play? I mean, it's tough, but you know. And all of that resulted in this infamous apology from Blizzard's president at BlizzCon 2019.
Before we start the opening ceremony, I want to say a few words. You know, Blizzard had the opportunity to bring the world together in a tough Hearthstone esports moment about a month ago, and we did not. We moved too quickly in our decision-making, and then, to make matters worse, we were too slow to talk with all of you. When I think about what I'm most unhappy about, there's really two things. The first one is we didn't live up to the high standards that we really set for ourselves. And the second is we failed in our purpose. And for that, I am sorry, and I accept accountability.
So I want to give some context to all this. You might be wondering, why did they do that? Why did they ban these guys? Well, they banned the casters, I guess, for letting him say, you know, free Hong Kong, solidarity with Hong Kong, all that stuff. But why? Why ban him? Why take away his winnings and fire the casters and all that stuff? Well, it may have something to do with, you know, Blizzard making a lot of money in China, and the Chinese government, the democratic and freedom-loving Chinese government weren't too happy with one of their players being in solidarity with the freedom fighters in Hong Kong. That may affect their, you know, their bottom dollar. So they did what any good corporation would do, and they punished this person for fairly innocuous statements. Their excuse being, of course, well, we just don't want players to use our esports platform as a way to share their political beliefs, which of course is bullshit. And they were just looking out for their money.
So what exactly?
Yeah, he gets a clap for that. Mind you, these are the biggest Blizzard fanboys. There was a lot of protesting going on outside the convention. Of course, everyone in this room is the biggest Blizzard fans, massive simps for Blizzard. So, of course, as long as they give a half-assed apology, just acknowledge it, they'll go, oh, thanks for apologizing. Thanks for apologizing, Blizzard. Very cool.
So what exactly is our purpose? Blizzcon is demonstrating it even as we speak. We aspire to bring the world together in epic entertainment. And I truly believe in the positive power of video games.
Notice, you probably can't see this, but notice his pin here. It's a Blizzard pin, and it is a rainbow. What's up with that? Now, I think that's fine. I think that's cool. But seems kind of like he's making some sort of statement on their platform. What are you trying to say with that pin there? What if you had been wearing like a Hong Kong flag? Trying to make some sort of statement up there? I wonder what China would think of that. You know, China isn't too kind to LGBTQ community.
When we get it right, we create a common ground where the community comes together to compete, connect, and play, irrespective of the things that divide us. As an example, BlizzCon has people from 59 countries all around the world here at the show today. That is amazing.
But they better watch what they say. You better not.
That is the positive power of video games, to transcend divisions that surround us in so many of our places today. We will do better going forward. But our actions are going to matter more than any of these words. As you walk around this weekend, I hope it's clear how committed we are to everyone's right to express themselves in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places. I've actually seen and heard many of you expressing yourself this morning. So once again, BlizzCon has brought us together, and today you're going to see a lot of the hard work of the Blizzard team.
Legions of cheering gamers, only concerned about getting a Warcraft 3 remaster. Yeah, the most corporate apology ever. I mean, I don't know how you can do something like that and then be like, you know what, guys, you're right, we screwed up. We're not gonna actually talk about the controversy. We're not gonna actually address what took place. We're just gonna say, yeah, you know, we messed up. Keep buying our games though, because we're trying to bring people together here with our products. We're just a big family that wants that. Well, I mean, we're like the part of the family that sells you the product and the subscription to the product, and you're kind of like the part of the family that buys the product. You know what? You're kind of like a customer to us, and we would hate to lose your business. I mean, your family, your friendship. We want to be friends, okay? So we've got BlizzCon 2019's biggest announcements, Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, and an apology. Diablo 4. Oh, hey, forget about all that Hong Kong stuff, you know. We check out this Diablo 4 trailer. Diablo 4? You guys like Diablo, right? World of Warcraft Shadowlands expansion. Hearthstone. Overwatch 2. Oh my god. Yeah, so you guys aren't gonna actually boycott us, right? Because like we got new games coming out. We got Diablo 4 coming out. We're not even gonna mention Diablo Immortal because we know that things are kind of testy right now. We'll just come out swinging with the big guns. You guys aren't actually gonna stop buying our games, are you? No. No. Following that BlizzCon, we have another Kotaku article from Jason Schreier again. Yesterday, at the exact moment Activision Blizzard Chief Executive Officer Bobby Kotick hopped on a quarterly earnings call to inform shareholders that his company had just gone through a, quote, record year, employees across the publisher of Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and more were being brought into conference rooms and informed that they were losing their jobs. Record year, bunch of people losing their jobs. It's a bloodbath here, one Blizzard employee told me last night. A lot more cuts than we were expecting. Later on the call, Kotick delivered the grim news. Activision Blizzard, which employed around 9,600 employees last year, would reduce its workforce by 8%. That equated to around 800 people. Some were junior employees, having started at the company just recently. Others had been with Activision Blizzard for 15 years or longer. Some were informed yesterday. Others, particularly in Europe and other non-US divisions, didn't find out their fates until this morning. Awesome. Good job. So you're going to lay off 800 people after having a record-breaking year. All right. Nice. Make no mistake. Blizzard isn't like the little indie company underneath the giant corporate, publisher. And in early 2020, we got an update on BlizzCon basically saying it's not happening because of COVID. Now we have a story, another one from Jason Schreier, late 2020, I believe in August. Blizzard workers share salaries in revolt over pay. That's good. That's good to hear. Wage disparity has become a hot button issue within the $150 billion video game industry as calls for unionization grow. A pro-labor group recently slammed Activision Blizzard for the pay of Chief Executive Officer Bobby Kotick. His 2019 compensation was worth $40 million at the end of that year, according to data compiled by Bloomberg, and the package has grown since then as the company's stock has soared. Last year, the company also paid $15 million in stock awards and sign-on bonuses to incoming Chief Financial Officer Dennis Durkin. $40 million to one guy. Huh. Yeah, but he worked really hard for that money. All right. Now they're talking about the dire situation that a lot of these Blizzard employees are facing. One veteran Blizzard employee told Bloomberg News they received a raise of less than 50 cents an hour. This is after Activision Blizzard's like, okay, I guess you guys can have a little bit more money. After they made a ruckus, of course. They're making less now than they did almost a decade ago because they are working fewer overtime hours than they did back then. Several former Blizzard employees said they only received significant pay increases after leaving for other companies, such as nearby rival Riot Games. In 2018, messages on internal Blizzard communication channels reviewed by Bloomberg News, employees talked about money-saving measures they've taken to remain with the company. One employee wrote that they had to skip meals to pay rent and that they used the company's free coffee as an appetite suppressant. Another said they would only eat oatmeal and bail on team lunches because they couldn't afford to buy food at the company cafeteria. A third said they and their partner stopped talking about having kids because they knew they wouldn't be able to afford it. That contrasted with pictures they saw of more senior Blizzard employees enjoying vacations to Disneyland with their families.
Success!
We're doing a great job here, Blizzard. Good job, guys. Which brings us to BlizzCon line, or BlizzCon 2021. We have more announcements about some WoW content, and we're getting the Burning Crusade in the classic servers. Some more Hearthstone crap. Diablo 4. Oh, the Rogue class. More Diablo 4 details. Looking good. It looks like a fun game. Looks like a great fun game. Diablo II Resurrected announced, which is like a remaster, a complete. It's confusing. The graphics are totally overhauled, but it's the same game underneath. But it looks nice. Looks cool. Ooh. Oh, and there was some Overwatch 2 stuff as well. It's, they still don't have any release dates for even Diablo Immortal. They showed a little bit more of that. There's no release date for any of this stuff. But, I mean, check it out. Diablo 4. Looks pretty cool to me. I would like to play this game. I'm interested. Seems like they're making some fun changes to the formula and really bringing it back to like the Diablo 2 style of dark gothic stuff. I might give it a go. Overwatch 2 also looks pretty cool. The remaster for Diablo 2, I probably won't. I might get it one of these days, but this all leads us to this final question, I guess. Should you support a studio like Blizzard? It's an honest question, because let's say you want to play Diablo. I want to play Diablo. Let's say you love playing World of Warcraft, but you disapprove of how the company is treating its employees, treating its fans, treating its games, even with disasters like Warcraft 3 Reforged, which, let's check the Metascore for that. Currently, Warcraft 3 Reforged sits at a 0.6. A 0.6 user score with a critic score of 59. But hey, Diablo 4 Overwatch 2 looks pretty good, right? So how do you deal with that? Like, what do you do as a consumer? Because there are still people, the artists, the programmers, basically everyone who makes the games, the developers. What do you do? Well, I'm here to tell you that there's no right answer. And I know that sounds like I'm, both sides, all this stuff. I think it's important to remember that as consumers, we need to reward studios, developers, people who are making content that we like. We should reward them when they do a good job, and we should wag our finger at them in disapproval when they do something that we disapprove of. And the easiest way to do that is to not pre-order games. There's no way for you to disapprove of a game or show your disapproval to a company unless you vote with your wallet. And you can't vote with your wallet with a sound mind, with an informed opinion, if you're just buying games before they even come out, before you know if they're any good at all, just because it's Blizzard. It's got to be good. Or, oh, it's BioWare. Anthem, it must be good. There's no way Anthem could be bad. So am I saying wait for reviews? Yes. That is the primary way that you can be informed about a game. If Diablo 4 comes out with raving reviews and everyone's like, "Oh, this game's awesome. Very cool." And there's no BS with the servers, there's no BS with the auction house, then I'm not going to judge you for getting this game. And I also don't think that you should judge anyone else for getting this game. The same goes both ways. If you are staunchly anti-Blizzard, I respect that. I totally respect that. If someone has a concern about a company and they are not about it, then that's their choice, you know? I do think that there are companies that you should probably try and stay away from, for sure. Is Blizzard one of those companies because their business folks, their finance department said that, you know, we got to punish these people for talking about Hong Kong, you know? It's a tough subject. But that is why I'm making this video, to inform you if you weren't aware, or to remind you if you had forgotten that this can be kind of a screwed up company, and you should stay informed, and you should make your purchases not with flippancy, but with solid information. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed and you aren't already subscribed, maybe think about doing that, and maybe smash like and all those things. So let me know what you think in the comments as well, what you think about Blizzard, those weirdos over there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.